the criticism that the FBI has endured over the last few years has, if you look closely, revolved around frustrations about whether this person was prosecuted or not and what they were prosecuted for. And that ultimately is not the FBI director's or the FBI's choice.
We are back with Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of South Carolina, ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which held today's hearing with FBI Director Christopher Wray. I want to ask you about Israel for a moment, another topic that you have touched on. This is the Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin over the weekend saying that Israel needs to do more to prevent civilian casualties. Let's listen.
You see, in this kind of a fight, the center of gravity is the civilian population. And if you drive them into the arms of the enemy, you replace a tactical victory with a strategic defeat. So I have repeatedly made clear to Israel's leaders that protecting Palestinian civilians in Gaza is both a moral responsibility and a strategic imperative.
So as a result of that, you had been previously supportive of the defense secretary. You announced, all right, I'll say relatively supportive.
Relatively supportive.
Okay, relatively supportive. And as a result of this, you announced that you had lost all confidence in him. Why?
Yeah, it's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say about this problem. Number one, Hamas did not get the memo to protect Palestinian citizens. Hamas is using the Palestinian people in Gaza as a shield against an effort of Israel to destroy Hamas. So when the Secretary of Defense says it would be a strategic defeat for Israel to kill too many Palestinians, guess what? Hamas has figured out how to defeat Israel. They'll make it harder for Israel to come after them without killing Palestinian citizens. They've actually now understand the more Palestinians die, the more likely Israel will be defeated. They will ensure the death of their own people. They could give a damn about the Palestinian people. I want Israel to destroy Hamas without destroying the Palestinian people to the extent possible. But when you tell Hamas Israel will lose if they kill too many Palestinians, Hamas will make sure they have to.
And yet the Palestinians now have to go somewhere, right? Israel was very clear on that they were going to be taking action in the north of Gaza. Now they've moved to the south of Gaza, and there remain questions about sort of where the civilians can go.
Well, you know, I'm not asking to abandon the West Bank and Gaza. I'm not for driving the Palestinians in, throughout the Arab world. I want them to go to safe places where they can. I want to destroy Hamas. But at the end of this exercise, what do we do with the Palestinians next? I want to give the Palestinians a better life. That can only happen when Hamas is destroyed. I want Saudi Arabia and the Western world and other people to help construct a Palestine that is safer and more prosperous, have better leadership, less corrupt. My beef is not with the Palestinian people. My beef is with Hamas, who wants to destroy the state of Israel. I've got to run and vote. I'm sorry.
All right. Senator Graham, let me get one more question for you. This will be it. Just a quick political question. Okay. Supported Donald Trump. Are you worried at all, based on the things that he's been saying, that if he gets elected, he's going to be on a sort of revenge tour?
We pledge to you that we will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country, that lie and steal and cheat on elections and will do anything possible. They'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America.
No, I'm worried that if Biden gets reelected, the world will be on fire worse than it is today. Trump policies, I think, were pretty effective. I understand what people say about his rhetoric, but I believe Donald Trump will secure our border, and what's going on in the world would change pretty quickly if he were president, because all the bad guys were afraid of him. So that's why I'm for Trump.
Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you. We really appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.